When it comes to cocktails, we've all heard of the Pisco Sour, but how much do you know about the Pisco part of that equation? Here to educate us is Marketwatch's Charles Passy with the Weekend Sip. Charles, great to see you.
Hey, pleasure to be here as always.
So what is Pisco exactly?
Pisco is basically, you really could think of it as an unaged brandy, what the French would call an eau de vie. It is made from wine grapes, not from grains like whiskey is, and but it's got a Latin American twist. I mean, it's made.
Does it come from Latin? Is it made in Latin America?
It comes from primarily two places, Chile and Peru.
Okay, so, there you go.
And we're looking at a Peruvian version here.
So is this a new thing, the sort of the high-end Pisco that you can drink neat?
Well, it's new in this country, or I should say newish. It's been about the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, and by the way, they will be happy to let you pour this into a cocktail, but Porton, which is the brand that's kind of led this whole Pisco revolution in this country, you know, has positioned itself as a higher-end Pisco, one that you can enjoy apart from a cocktail, but it certainly mixes very well in a cocktail.
So are high-end liquors just on a tear? I mean, you know, got the high-end tequila that you can sip neat, the high-end Piscos. Is this the trend?
I think, you know, I think it's essentially every type of spirit is kind of going through what Scotch went through. You know, the single malt Scotch revolution. You know, when suddenly paying 3 digits for a bottle of Scotch was not a big deal.
Right.
Relatively, this is a bargain. This is $40. But what's interesting is how Porton has now come out with an actually more affordable version. This one, $25. And really, one is not better than the other. They are slightly different styles of Pisco.
So that one, the cheaper one, the $25 bottle, you can also drink neat?
You can drink neat, and you can drink it in a cocktail. But really, I mean, what they're really trying to encourage is drinking neat or thinking of it as something other. I mean, you can make other cocktails with Pisco as well, but they're trying to position the idea that this doesn't have to be just for a Pisco Sour.
Curious
Okay,
now.
so do you want to try this?
I am curious.
This is the Caravedo. So.
The Caravedo, okay. You poured me the cheaper one. Thanks, Charles. I'm kidding. Oh, that's good.
This is really good stuff.
It is good. I'm trying to think how I feel about it as compared to a tequila, or you know what? It's got a little bit more of a kick.
Well, it's got more of a kick, maybe. I don't know about that. What I would say is what you're really tasting here is a wine product.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of that fruity quality that you associate with wine. You know, it's basically an unaged brandy. And I think it's very good.
It's strong.
It's strong. There's alcohol in there or whatever. So, but I have no problems drinking this neat. There are some other cocktail ideas you can play with. You can make a Pisco punch even. So, and obviously it being a lower price gives you a little more flexibility in how you might want to think about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm inspired to make this into a cocktail. I mean, you know, I like it neat, but I can taste the sour. Do you know what I mean? I can just.
It's hearkening in the back of your mind.
It's hearkening. Yeah.
All right.
No, this is fun. Thank you so much,
well,
Charles.
Cheers.
Cheers. Have a great weekend.